Amongst the turmoil, Kate and Ellie's relationship remained rock solid, and they both knew that in order to clean up the mess, they needed to address the issues head-on. Their relationship was now out in the open, so they were honest with their friends and family. And as for Jake, well, it was actually he and Ali who cleared the air.
He asked, he had a conversation with Ali, and because at this stage Ali was staying over all the time, so he had just sort of come out and asked asked her, and she said yes, like I am staying here, and like I'm seeing her. They had their own conversation, and I guess came to an understanding. And Ali and my relationship just continued to grow. The kids loved Ali, like they loved her from day dot. So that sort of made it easier. And it wasn't really hard telling Addison. It was more hard telling her that, you know, Daddy and I weren't going to be living in the same house anymore. That was a hard conversation, because it's, you know, a 4-year-old only understands so much. But we spoke about it to her, like, together, and just said, you know, Mummy and Daddy, we still love each other, but we're going to be living in our own houses now. She actually was the one that said, oh, Mum, you know how, like, if parents aren't together and then one of the parents has a new boyfriend or a girlfriend, that's when they're like your stepmom, hey? And she goes, so Ellie's my stepmom. And I was like, yes. So now she's really confident, and, you know, if anyone says, oh, so which one's your mum? She went, well, both are my mums. That's my stepmom and that's my mum.
For the first time in a long time, Kate felt like herself again. She and Ali had been official for 18 months. She was happy, madly in love, and had made amends with the people closest to her. And now it was time to party, because Ali was about to turn 30.
So she wanted to have this big party, and I was trying to talk her out of it. Like, I just thought, why do you want to waste all this money on a party? Like, who cares? We'll just meet up with people, and, you know, we'll go have dinner somewhere, or, you know, and have some drinks or whatever. But she was adamant. She's like, no, I really want to have a birthday party. It's my 30th. I want to invite all my family. And she's got a massive family, I have to say. Huge family. And, you know, she's got heaps of friends. She knows lots of people through sporting things, and just, you know, from school or whatever. Got to the party, and you know, she was mingling with people. I was mingling. Like, we didn't really, well, I mean, we crossed paths, obviously. It was her birthday, but we were both off mingling with our own, you know, with people. Some of my friends were saying at one point, like, I think Ali's gonna have her speeches soon. You should put on, like, some lip gloss and stuff. So I thought they were implying, like, you should get up and say a few words. And I was like, absolutely not. I will not be speaking. Ali knows, like, I am not like that. I cannot do that. Anyway, it's like, no, put some on, like, put on some lip gloss, and you go stand up with her. Like, I'm not going up there. And anyways, Ali ended up coming and finding me. She's like, come stand up with me. Like, my mum and dad are going to say something, and one of my coaches. And I was like, oh, I'm not talking that. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. So we went up, and we're in front of all of her guests at her birthday. You know, her parents are saying a speech. One of her coaches was saying a speech. And then Ali pulls out this, like, full-blown, like, A4 letter. And she just was like, oh, and I just have a couple words to say just to finish things off. And I'm thinking, who says their own speech at their 30th? It started off, you know, thanking me for coming into her life. And it was this, like, heartfelt letter of how I've changed her life in all these different ways. And to be honest, I just thought it was really strange. She was having a speech and made it about me, and then at the end she said, I'll never forget the moment when you asked me to be your girlfriend 18 months ago to this day, and I hope you never forget this moment. And then she dropped to one knee, presented this gorgeous ring,